Hello sailors, and welcome back on this glorious day. The weather is absolutely wonderful, which is absolutely typical. As we saw in the last episode, erected this tent, set it all up, keep the rain off of us, and the sun's come out, but I'm not complaining. We all love the sun, don't we? So let's get on. In the last episode, we did a tour of our Mayland 15, had a look at the trailer, we looked inside, checked it over, had a quick look at the engines and that. So we're going to continue working on this boat today. We removed the windows, those awful windows, smashed them out. So now the next thing we need to do is clean the glue up. There's a horrible load of glue around there. Need to clean that up and prep it ready for paint. So let's go and have a look and see how far we've got. No, get away. Oh, hello. Thanks for joining me. So, the windows, those awful windows, as you can see, they're gone. So in the last episode, we smashed them out, got rid of them, and now it's left behind this horrible rubber. Little sealant that was put in. Nasty stuff. So anyway, I've made a start on tearing it off using a little razor and a bit of heat gun, slowly just peeling it away. And now I've sanded it back, and actually it's not too bad. I think we're going to be all right. Need to sand it down, obviously, so the new seals are watertight, and also might as well give it a coat of paint and make it look nice and fresh and new. So I'm going to carry on removing this rubber, and I'll be back. So I've actually been grinding away for about a week now on this boat. Been quite a task getting rid of all this glue, using a razor basically to chip away at it and just take little slithers off. I've got to be so careful because I can't use a sand or electric tools, really, power tools and that, because I'm worried about getting right through the gel coat and into the fiberglass. That's going to be a real disaster, I think, and it's going to take a lot of work to tidy that up. So I'm trying to avoid that. I'm trying to go very, very gentle and trying to work my way through. And I've gotten rid of all the glue now, so I'm really pleased about that. It took a lot of work, but we've got there. And underneath the glue, we can see that there is some gel coat that is missing, it's chipped away. So it's gonna need me to just fill that in and sand it back. So now I've taken the windows out and got rid of the glue. I've now realised that it's a way bigger job than I originally intended. I only just wanted to remove the windows, remove the glue, put new windows in, but now I realise that's absolutely not gonna happen. Gonna have to go bigger. It really is fundamentally a complete restoration, and I'm going to have to paint the whole boat. But I'm not actually that bothered about that because I've done a few test areas and used enamel marine paint, and it's come out so nice that actually my mind says, you know what, I'm going to put in a couple of weeks on this boat. It really does deserve it. It's a lovely boat. I'm really absolutely loving it. The more I work on it, the more I absolutely love it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to basically prep the whole boat and sand it down. I'm going to remove all the little hooks and all the pieces, and I'm going to get on and spray it. So the little test areas that I've done, I've used a rattle can. Generally it's a no-no on cars and boats, I think. It doesn't give a very good effect, doesn't give very good coverage and that. But for a test area, it was definitely worth it. And you can see from the close-ups here, it's you know, it's come out really nice. I'm really pleased with it. In fact, if the entire boat could look like that, then I'm gonna be over the moon about it. I think it must be a 1980s boat, so to have this complete paint job on it is you know, first one in what, 40 years. That's pretty nice to make it look brand new. I'm happy with that. So anyway, to do the proper paint job, I'm going to use my trusty spray gun. Now, I've used this a lot in painting cars, and it's been very, very successful. It is a pretty decent quality one. It's got all the usual adjustments and that on it. I think it's going to be absolutely ideal for this boat. I'm probably going to keep it on a very, very low setting because I don't want the paint to run. It's, you know, it's not worth rushing it at all. I've got the time, I've got the facilities, so I might as well just take my time with it. So this is going to give it a really, really, really good coverage. And just to help out a little bit on the smaller areas, I bought myself a smaller spray gun. It's just a mini one. It's just for the little tiny smaller areas. I want to go and put more coats, thinner coats. I don't want to put this too thick coats on. It will run, I'm sure it will. So I just want to go 4, 5, maybe 6 thinner coats over the little areas. Just take my time with it, and this is going to be absolutely ideal. I've got a compressor in the garage there with a long hose. Absolutely brilliant, so it's ideal. The marine paint is on its way. It's designed specifically for spraying, and so it will be absolutely ideal on this boat. With the windows, absolutely brilliant. Expensive but brilliant. The rubbers have arrived. Brand new rubbers. Oh, they smell absolutely lovely. And this is absolutely ideal. We've got 4mm glass, or perspex. So the rubber is designed that it takes 4mm on one side and takes 3mm on the other side. I've measured up the perspex and it'll fit on a 3, so that's absolutely fine. And then not forgetting the insert, which goes all the way around, pushes the rubbers out, gives it that real sort of sturdiness, keep the perspex in there. So that's already there. We've got the perspex as well already. So the next thing I need to do on this boat is to get on and prep the surface for the paint. And also there's a few spider cracks around, which some of them are not too bad and I'm not really going to worry about. Some of them are a little bit bigger. It's not many. And so the bigger ones, I'm going to Dremel out the spider cracks, fill them in and prep those ready as well. I'm going to now move on to this piece here, and I'm going to show you along how we're getting on with this blue paint, because I don't like it. I'm removing it and I've painted over it in white down the other end there, and I'll take on a little tour there and show you what I've done. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more in depth about this this blue paint all along the ridge here. I mean, obviously it's just where they've, you know, the two parts of the boat's bonded together, and this takes a lot of abuse along here. Now it should have a rubber line, I think, a rubber bumper along here, and that's what I'm going to put in. So in the meantime, I'm going to remove all this blue paint, which I've already started down the other end, and then they're going to put a nice rubber band along there. Not only will it look nice, but it makes a lot of sense, especially when the fenders are out and bashing away on the side of the boat. So I'll show you down the other end where I've started, and we can have a look. So all along here, I've sanded it along. It's lovely and smooth now, and I'm just taking it back as far as possible. And if I keep moving along here, you can see where I've actually painted the enamel. And it gives a really good idea of what the finished product is going to look like, and I'm absolutely loving it. I mean, the gel coat's not bad actually for the age, but yeah, if I can get the rest of the boat looking like this, I'm going to be well happy. And looking along this bit, we can see some of the spider cracks. Spraying over it does pretty much nothing. It doesn't get rid of them, they're there. So they will have to be filled in, drilled out, filled, sanded back, and then painted on. As you can see from here, I've painted some more. I didn't prep it properly, so there's a bit of trash actually in the paint, but that doesn't matter because I'm going to redo all of this again anyway. So again, you know, the quality just out of a rattle can looks like that. So if I get it right with the spray gun, looking for a very, very nice finish on this boat. Okay, so I think next thing I'm going to get on and do is start stripping all the hooks and various bits off of this boat, get all the metalwork off, ready to sand it back for and prepping for painting. So I'm going to get on with that now and I'll be back. So that's most of the metal attachments and little clips and things removed now. A few of them are a little bit stubborn. I'll probably get them off some other way or just work around them. I'm not too bothered about that. So the next job will be to sand down the boat and prep it ready for the paint. But that'll be in the next episode. So if you've enjoyed today's episode, please give me a thumbs up and please do subscribe. I really do appreciate it. And come on back for the next episode when we move forward with this Mayland 15.